All right, today I'm going to make a Milanesa, a chicken Milanesa sandwich. There we go. Now, if there are any Mexican or Mexican Americans watching this, um, teaching you guys how to make a sandwich in Milanesa, all of that, that's like teaching an American how to make a BLT. It's ridiculous. But I mean, this is a more international channel, uh, so it's a Milanesa. Basically, it's a chicken cutlet, and you hammer it thinner, and you soak it in egg, so it picks up the flour stuff, and you fry that. The idea is to make it somewhat crispy, and it's kind of nice. And you make a sandwich. Now, it's a pretty typical Mexican sandwich. Um, what do you put on it? Well, tomatoes and lettuce, basically, and you could add onions if you like, avocado. I'm not adding avocado, or let's see, what am I doing? I'll show you. Okay, there's my new toaster. I need to lightly toast the bread, and I got lettuce. Whoops. Yeah, no, that's good. I got lettuce, tomato slices, cheese. I'm going to mix some mayonnaise with some chipotle sauce for one side, and I'm going to mix some lettuce, mayonnaise, and mustard for the other piece of bread. And what else? No, that's pretty much it. Then I'm going to toast the whole sandwich together with. I'm going to butter the bread once it's all together and toast that lightly, and that should be pretty much it. Now I've already started hammering this thing a little bit. It's just about done. It may be a bit too big for this bread, so I may need to cut it down a bit. So let's see. Yeah, it's a lot bigger in area than it was. I think I may have smashed it a little bit too much. It's going to start falling apart here pretty soon. But yeah, that's about right. That's all right. All right. Okay, here we're going to mix some mayonnaise and chipotle. You don't want it super strong chipotle, or I don't anyway. Make it as strong as you want if you want. You can leave the mayonnaise off entirely if you hate mayonnaise. I know some people do. That's probably way too much for one side of one piece of bread. Let's see how this works. That looks a little bit conservative to me, but I haven't done this before, so I don't know how strong that's going to be. I'm going to mix it up really good. Hardly taste any chipotle at all in that. There we go. You do want to have at least a little bit of kick to it. Again, mix it up really, really good. Now it smells nice now. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't want to overdo it. If you've watched a few of my videos, you know that's my tendency. Alright, so let's clean the fork and do the sauce for the other side. I also need to decide which side's going to get the chipotle and which side's going to get the mustard. Got to make that decision. Well, mustard and the mayo can be just about 50-50. If anything, a little bit more mayo than mustard. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, a little bit more mayo than mustard. Okay. This mustard's almost empty also. I got another one though. Yeah, no, still life in that thing. Now this one I've done before. If you're a regular viewer, you've seen it. And that's about the right color right there. Okay, let's set these aside for right now. Okay, now we're going to crack the egg. You don't need nothing in the egg, just mix it up really good. It's not even really there for flavor, it's just there for stickiness. So the flour will stick to the meat when you cook it. I'm cooking it in oil, but I'm not deep frying it. I'm going to shallow fry it in oil, because it'll ruin all the oil if you try to deep fry it. And it doesn't really come out all that good. I don't know. I think you saw that. I just vaguely remember trying that. And it turned out okay. Did I even make that video? I may not have made that video. It was a chicken, like a chicken parmesan kind of thing. Okay, now this flour mix, this has got flour, some chili powder, again for some kick. Where is it? There you go. Some chili powder in there for a kick, some black pepper, but it's mostly just flour. So that is mixed up enough. And let's put the chicken in there. Yeah, that's way too big. It's too big for the pan I've got. Well, maybe not. It'll probably fit in the pan okay. But it's going to stick. And if I didn't hit it so much with the hammer, it'd be smaller in area, of course. But it would also be too thick. You want it to be too thick. Okay. Now there's a flour mixture, and here is the chicken going right in there. And the bowl's not quite big enough, but it's, maybe should have done the other way around. The eggs in the biggest bowl and the flour's in the second biggest bowl. I should have done that the other way around. Yeah, I should have. But, live and learn. Okay, I forgot to turn on the stove. But that's okay, it's gas, so it doesn't take any time at all to heat up. Okay. Alright, so let's turn on the stove. Let's move you over here. Okay, you may be in for a show. Whoops. Okay, you don't want that super hot because it's a small pan. I really do need to get a bigger pan. I don't know why I haven't. I've been here for 4 years and I've been cooking everything in that bloody little pan. Or this bloody little pan, which is worse, but it's the same size, so that's not much help. Okay, let's let that heat up. Okay, well that's heating up. Let's turn on the toaster. Now, it seems to go on automatically when I plug it in. I can't find an on and off switch, so it's on right now. So let's go ahead and close that, let it toast up, and let's cook this chicken. and hope we get a decent Milanesa patty out of this. It's probably not going to be. Yeah, it's probably not going to be perfect like your abuela makes. I'm pretty much guaranteeing you that. This should turn out okay. I think it's thin enough. A piece of it actually fell off. We just beat it up too much, and I let it stay off. I'll cook it later on. It's not going to fit on the sandwich anyway. It's way too big for the bread. But okay, let's just let that go. Let's see how the bread's doing. Yeah, it's hot, but not super hot. Don't need it to be completely toasted. I don't want to make it. I don't want to make like breakfast toast. I just want it toasted somewhat. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to get ready to turn this. Let's take it off the fire, and I'll let you watch me turn it. Okay, it's easy to get off the pan. That actually looks all right. That does actually look okay. So back to the fire and cook the other side. Oh. Okay, we're fine. That's it. I'm going to unplug this. That is as much toasted as I want it right now. Possibly a little bit more than I wanted, but it's still fairly soft. It's not really, this thing isn't made for toasting bread. It's made for toasting sandwiches, which, I mean, that's a fine point, really. Now, while the chicken's cooking, let's do this. One side gets the chipotle mayo. Now, I like mayo. You may want to spread yours a little thinner than I'm spreading mine. But I like the sauce. I'm all about the sauce. Now, that's the mayo chipotle stuff. And hang on. This sounds and smells like it doesn't want to wait around too much longer. So, I'm going to flip this. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm going to put the cheese on that side. Now, the best cheese for this would be like Oaxaca, that Oaxacan crumbly cheese. Fire's off. And that's probably best. Monterey Jack is good. I don't know what this is. This is a Finland white cheese. It just says it's cheese, and it's thin. There. I think the sandwich is a little bit thick for doing this. So let's just leave it there, and I'm going to tidy up a bit while that's grilling a bit. Okay, let's turn this around and over. Hang on. Here we go. You hear that? That's stuff leaking out of my sandwich, which is fine. Smells nice. That is a fairly cheap sandwich grill. It it only goes to 180 degrees, and it's either 180 degrees or it's off. That's your choice. It's like I said, it's a cheap one. But whatever works. I've been making do with just grilling them on the pan, and you saw when I made the cubano that didn't work out so hot. This one's coming out okay. All right. I think that's a reasonably grilled uh, Milanesa sandwich. And there it is. It's the first time I've used that sandwich press too, and I'm happy with it. Okay, now let's see what it tastes like. Looks pretty good. You see the lettuce and the tomato, and there's plenty of mayo in there, and the chicken looks nice and moist. So, mmm. Hot, but um, the Milanesa turned out great. It's juicy. It's thin enough that it's not too chewy in the middle. It's moist. The two different mayo mixes I made tasted nice. It's a nice sandwich. Make it just like I just did, and it's really nice. Again, you could add or subtract stuff also, but man, that came out almost perfect. So yeah, like and subscribe. We're done already. That's my dinner, y'all. So okay, hit like and subscribe, bell, and I'll be back next week with something else. Bye.